how concerned are you that many people, and the media for that matter here in the United States, tend to generalize? I mean, here you have two men who've been implicated in this bombing, the Boston Marathon bombing. Immediately a label was attached, Islamic terrorism, and before you know it, every Muslim seemed to be tarred with the same brush.
Well, I mean, we recognize that we didn't do a very good job before 9/11 of introducing our faith to people. So that on 9/11, most people were introduced to our faith watching airplanes slam into buildings. And that's on our shoulders to show people that the reality of our faith is completely different than the distortion of Al-Qaeda and their ideological allies. On the other hand, there has emerged in the United States a network of people who benefit from smearing the other. And this, unfortunately, is nothing new in the United States. So the most relevant example is Japanese Americans. After Pearl Harbor, an attack on our country, loyal Japanese Americans were blamed for that. They were placed in internment camps. But they gave us an example. They stood up. They used the Constitution to push back. They reminded America about its own ideals. Right. It took them 40 years, and they got the United States government to recognize what was done to them was wrong. And
you had pointed out at one time that there's something like 37 groups in the United States with access to
$119 million
involved in spreading anti-Muslim propaganda.
So there is a conscious effort to otherize American Muslims. What you're talking about in terms of getting there was a poll done by Time magazine in 2010 in which about a third of respondents said Muslims shouldn't be allowed to run for president, which in my book puts us in the excellent position of being able to uphold the Constitution, because we have to remind people that Article 6 of the Constitution says there is no religious test for public office. It doesn't matter what your faith is. It matters who's the right candidate. The main thing that we have to remember, though, is that while Muslims are the target of bigotry today, it will be somebody else tomorrow. It was Japanese Americans in the past. It's been Jews. It's been Catholics. It's been Mormons. Each in turn have stood up and defended themselves and American ideals, and I think America is a better place for that.